What's good, everybody? Give you guys a chance to get on in here and we finish getting set up because this is a very important topic that we need to discuss. So, you guys know how I do. I'm not going to sugarcoat this because lately I've been doing a lot of thinking. A lot of thinking. I've been doing a lot of reflecting. And after having a couple of important conversations, I realized that this is a topic that I had to bring to the table. And if you don't know who I am Kimberly Collins, the Educated Natural. I am the founder of Sown and Rooted and the creator and host of Sown and Rooted. Okay, that's my podcast. And as well as the CEO and founder of Sown on Purpose. It's been a long day, guys. It's a long day. So forgive me for stumbling, but I have so much in my head. I have so many things going on and so many things on my heart that this particular topic here has brought up and brought out a lot of different emotions. And as a CEO, as a businesswoman, it's important for each of us to pay attention to begging. There is no easy way to say it. There's no cleaner way to say it. It's begging. And as business owners, especially as women business owners, we have to be aware that we don't have to beg anyone for anything. Now, let me give you some backstory on this. A while back, hey Marcella, a while back, I was having a conversation with someone and they brought up an issue that took place early in my media career. And I had totally forgotten about it, hadn't thought about it. But as they were talking about it, it reminded me that when you know who you are, when you listen to God and you follow your own star, there are people that are going to be offended by that. There are going to be people that maybe some people that you grew up with. They've known you since you popped your head or your feet into this world. They've known you that long. You used to ride bicycles together, used to roller skate on the weekends together. They know you, you know them. Y'all have broken bread together. So that friendship or that camaraderie is there. But as you became an adult, maybe you have gone on with your own life, started your own family, you started your own business, and now it's come to the place where you're saying, you know what? I know who I can call on because I want to get my product in these people's hands. I know that if the chips are down, if I can't depend on anyone else, I can depend on them because we've known each other for so long. And so you inbox them and you tell them what you're doing and you tell them about your products and you tell them about your service and you're thinking to yourself, they got me. They're going to support me. Like hands down, if nobody else doesn't come to my rescue and support me or tell other people about what I'm doing, it's going to be them. But then reality hits you. And as soon as you're thinking that that person or group of people are going to support you, you quickly realize that you get crickets. You look at their social media pages, you don't see one of your posts about anything you're doing. But every time they get on the phone with you, every time in your inboxes, they say, oh, I support you. Oh, my goodness, I love what you bring to the table. But then you think to yourself, well, actions speak louder than words. And so I kind of found myself there last week. As you all know, I just recently relaunched my podcast, Sown and Rooted, and I got up last Friday and I was like, oh, I knew exactly who I wanted to be on the show. I know exactly the flow of the show I wanted this season. I know exactly what I wanted to do. And I happened to go on Facebook and I went into my inbox and I was about to inbox someone. And as soon as I pulled their name up, the Holy Spirit inside of me said, stop begging. Like, no kidding, out of anywhere, it just said, stop begging. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not begging. I'm just alerting them that I'm relaunching and I would love to have them on the show. But I heard the Holy Spirit say, stop begging. And as I had to sit there and kind of swallow that thing down, I realized exactly what God was trying to get me to understand. You see, he reminded me that is in Proverbs 18, verse 16, it reminds us that our gifts will make a way for us. It'll open a door for us. So in other words, I don't have to tell people that have been following me since 2014 what I'm doing. If you call yourself a connect on social media, you already see it. It's out there. So I don't have to keep inboxing people and continue to get them or try to convince them that what I bring to the table is of value, because it's not their responsibility. I can't get upset when I look at other people's pages and when I look at my YouTube numbers and maybe my numbers aren't as high as someone else's. I can't keep myself up at night and continue to think about and ponder upon why these people aren't doing this and so, because the reality of it is this: that goal, that vision that God gave me, that's my responsibility. It's on me. I shouldn't have to feel like I'm having to pull other people's teeth to get them to support me. My stuff is out there. I always say I'm not hard to find, but there are certain things in certain seasons I know that I have to release when it's time for it to be released. But once I release it, that means it's open door season for those that truly want to be a part of it. And anytime I feel like I have to go and chase people and give them this long soliloquy about what it is and what it does and all that stuff, that's too much. Even people that have been on my show throughout the years, a lot of people I've interviewed, if they don't see the value in it, even though they may tell me they loved it, they love their time here, but if they don't see the value in it to reach back out to me when they're looking for a media opportunity, or maybe when they are ready to launch their own podcast or radio show or live stream show, if they don't come back to me, that's on them. But I'm no longer going to be chasing people to give advice to people that truly do not want it. That's a waste of my time and my expertise. I can focus my time and energy elsewhere. If they sink, if they swim, that is on them. They made their choice. They chose to go with someone else who may not have been as skilled in this area as I am. But I can't expect people to show up to my door in the way that I would show up to theirs. Let me go further. We have to, as women, as entrepreneurs, as business professionals, as founders, as CEOs, or whatever title you would like to give your individual selves, we can no longer expect people to care about our God-given visions, about our God-given goals as much as we do. See, the problem is, and this is the mistake I made, I can only speak about this from my angle. Early in my business journey, I had this vision, and I was blessed enough to meet up with another individual that had a similar vision as mine. So it seemed perfect that when we got together to collaborate, it would work. But what I quickly learned is I have to be careful, just like you. You have to be careful whose hands you put your vision, i.e., your baby, into. Because just because it's valuable to you does not mean it's valuable to them. Let me go deeper. You see, when they gave their baby to me, I took care of it. I nurtured it. I made sure that everybody that was connected to me knew about their baby. But when I turned around and looked, my baby was over there starving. My baby had been dropped on the floor. My baby was over there malnourished because of the hands that I put it into. But you want to hear it go even deeper? Let's go deeper. When I realized that my baby was being neglected. I went over and picked up my baby. I cleaned it off. I put it on my chest. And I left the premises of the ones whose hands I had put my baby in. But let's go deeper. Here's the flip side. The moment I hit the door, I became their enemy because they couldn't understand why did she leave without a moment's notice. What's her problem? What's going on with her? Not once did they look at themselves and think to themselves, man, did I neglect her? Man, did I do something? Not one moment did they ever reach out to find out why. And as the visionary, it taught me a valuable lesson. Not only did I have to be careful about whose hand I put my baby into, I had to be careful not to put my baby in a place of rejection. See, a lot of us think because we know each other in all these different areas, and it seemed like, hey, Taryn, hey, Marcella, it seemed like I can trust you. You know how valuable this is to me. You know how much this means to me to get this thing to the next level. I'm going to trust you to take care of my baby as I'm going to take care of yours. But it's a hurtful thing when you realize people don't reciprocate to you as they should. It's a hurtful thing, and it teaches you a valuable lesson. And so today, everyone, I came on just to tell you, stop begging other people to do things for you when they are not destined or designed to do it for you. You are not their assignment. Your vision is your responsibility. My vision is my responsibility, and nobody is going to care for that vision, for that goal, for that dream as much as you should. And the moment you expect other people to do so is the moment you have just set yourself up for disappointment. Trust me, I've had to learn that lesson the hard way. Just the other night, I was on YouTube just messing around, something I do when I have some downtime. And I happened to run across a video talking about analytics. And I started to look at my own analytics, trying to figure out how I'm going to meet my very personal YouTube goal. So I started looking and I said, there is somebody whose YouTube channel I hadn't checked out in a while. Let me see how they're doing, because I love to support other people. So I go to their channel. Now, mind you, when I first found this person on YouTube, maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago, they only had maybe 100 followers or subscribers at the time. So this time when I went to look at their channel, they have way bypassed me. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to be honest. Wait a minute. How did that happen? Because I went to go look at their videos. The quality isn't there. The content is okay. But when I look at how fast they're growing, it made me feel some kind of way. Let me just be honest. Because if you're anyone on YouTube or on any type of streaming platform, your goals, a lot of us, we make sure the lights are good. We make sure the camera is good. We make sure our Wi-Fi can keep us on air. We make sure everything looks good. Our content is there. I know some people that make sure their hair and nails are there. I mean, they go above and beyond to make sure that their content not only sounds good, but looks outstanding. And it was disheartening to see someone who just gets up in the morning, turns on the camera, cold in the eye, sleep on the face. They're out there making videos. They're constantly on. I'm like, wait a minute. How are they getting so many subscribers and so many likes? And I mean, they're just being lit up. And I'm like, how is this happening? So I called someone that I know who has made several YouTube channels. I mean, thousands upon thousands of subscribers. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing wrong? And so they said, Kim, stop looking at the numbers. And I'm like, excuse me? YouTube. It's about the numbers. And they were like, no, stop looking at their numbers. And I realized in that moment, I have to do something that I always tell my clients to do. And here I am getting smacked in the face with it. And that thing is to keep my eyes on my own paper. And here's why that's important. Because if I'm giving so much energy and trying to figure out what they're doing, I'm neglecting my own baby. Do you understand? So I literally had to sit down, understand my own goal, and shoot for the stars. I have the blueprint. I can't worry about what someone else is doing. That's not my goal. I have to put that energy and time into doing what I know how to do. I can't blame them or get mad at them because their channel is taking off or their product and services are taking off. I need to get that fire in my belly. I need to get up and do what I know I need to do so I can have that level of growth. But I got to get my eyes on my own paper. So for those of you out there that's trying to build something, or you've already built something, and you're struggling thinking, I literally am a walking billboard for my business, for my brand. Why isn't anyone paying me any attention? Let me give you a few reasons as to why that may be happening. And these are the things that I had to learn. You have to understand there are just some people, no matter how long they have known you, that just do not believe in you or your vision. They will sit there and break bread with you all day long, but that is not a clear indication that they believe in your goals, visions, dreams, or even you. There are some people that are only connected to you because they're thinking it'll be beneficial in the long run to them. Let me give you an example. I've had people come on my show thinking that it was going to propel them to Oprah. Like, no kidding. I've had people connect with me, invite me into what they were doing because my anointing, according to my apostle, my anointing attracts people. So people had this thing to where they wanted to just cling to me to pretty much bleed me dry. And then when they were through with me, if they saw another shiny ball out there, another shiny opportunity, I was the first one they would brush off. At the whole time now, they are trying to stroke my ego. Even though I told them it takes a lot to impress me. But they continue to suck. I like to call them leeches. You know, leeches sometimes get just gorged full of whatever it is they're eating on. And then they fall off. There are some people on you just like that. They don't really like you. They don't care if you succeed or not. Better yet, they love when you struggle. And you're sitting there thinking, this is my ride or die. This is my faithful few. Not realizing they are the first ones to get selective amnesia when it comes to you, your products, and services. I've had someone tell me in my face after years of being connected to me, they didn't even know what I did. And do you know why they said that? Because after they collaborated with me, they saw someone else with a few more credentials behind their name because of their experiences in the celebrity status. And they went and followed them and left poor little me just out there to dry. And then when I left, they want to sit there and get upset with me. But as they were trying to follow and leech on to this other person dropped them. So now they're out there with nobody and mad at everybody as if it's our fault. When I'm thinking, I didn't do anything to you. You pretty much gave me my exit papers because you were so focused on them. But see, here is something I learned. That if you are a person that gets wrapped up in the gift wrapping of a package, you will miss the real gift, which is in the box. There are a lot of you, as well as me, that's the gift in the box. People see your nice setup. They see your videos. They see your products. They see your t-shirts. They see your shoes. They see your watches and your jewelry. They see all of that. And they're thinking, ooh, I have to connect with them. But not realizing that if all that stuff goes away, the real gift is you. So if they hurt and neglect you and get so wrapped up in the wrapping paper and the bow of you, they'll miss the true blessing, which is you. That's the part they stomp on and neglect. And then when you carry yourself and your baby away, now they're mad at you. You have to understand, hey, big boy, you have to understand, not everybody's going to value you. Let's talk about value. Ask yourself, do you value you? Because if you value you, if you value your products, your time, your services, you will never place yourself, your visions, your dreams in the hands of other people that don't hold that same value for you and the things that you bring to the table. We have to stop getting so caught up in who's popular. We have to stop getting so caught up in who's the next biggest thing, because we will miss the vision and the route to that vision's manifestation because we're so focused on the wrong things. I was focused on the wrong numbers. If that person is growing by leaps and bounds, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, because that shows me that if he can do it for them, I'm next in line. Who cares if they were here first? Who cares if you were there first? Your time is coming. You just have to get ready for your time. Celebrate during their time. And then when it's your time, you take off. It kind of reminds me of the Olympics, of the last race in track and field for certain celebrity track and field people out there. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They're kind of hot in the news right now. You have to understand when it's your time and when it's someone else's, and when it's your time to go back, revamp, and start again or start anew. It all starts up here, your mindset. But not just your mindset, the mindset of the people you're surrounding yourself with. That's another thing I had to learn over the years. For many years, between 2014 till about 2019, I was supporting a lot of people. I was the one that was always there undergirding other people. I took what I wanted to do, put it on the back burner, put it on the side in order to put them up there so that they could lead the way, because I believed in them just that much. So imagine my surprise when my time came. I literally had to go behind them begging for support. I literally had to go behind them begging for, almost like begging for attention, when they never had to do that when it came to me. But you know, I had a relative tell me, Kim, it's your loyalty that has left you open to rejection. And I had to scratch my head on that thing. I was like, what? I said, I'm a good friend. I'm a true friend. If I'm down with you, I'm down with you. I'm like down with you like 4 flat tires. I'm with you. But then I kept realizing between those years, I kept getting hit. I kept getting dropped. I kept getting rejected. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So just recently, like I told you earlier, God had to remind me, Kim, you did for them what you were supposed to do for them. But now I'm clearly showing you, you have to take that same energy that you put behind them and put it behind yourself. And I know a lot of people say, well, you can't be an island, but there are certain seasons when you have to be. Because how many more times are you going to put your hand out there to have it smack back in your face? How many more times are you going to have to put your products out there and your services out there and your visions and your ideas and goals out there in front of people to have them sit there and just try to devalue everything you poured yourself into? You have to get to a place in your life, a place in business when you say enough is enough. I'm not begging anybody for anything, because the Bible tells us that my gift will make room for me, and it's going to place me in front of greatness. Why am I begging you And if what I'm providing to you is designed to help you get to where you're going anyway, if you can't see that, then we are not meant to collaborate. We are not meant to be together. God bless you. I hope he continues to put you on the path that he has for you. But we are not designed to be together. It's not going to work. And I'm no longer going to put my baby in the hands of the wrong people. Absolutely. You have to do what it is for you. You have to do for you. If you can pour that same energy into someone else, you have to be able to pour it into yourself. Let me tell you why that's important. A lot of us are doing some similar things and some completely opposite things. Some of us are doing things that other people would like to do, but they aren't in position right now to do. But you watch them so that you can learn and educate yourself that when that time comes for you, you know exactly what you need to do. That's kind of where I am right now. But when it comes to a lot of people, you just can't check the basic things about a person. You have to check their mentality. Because if they're on one wavelength and you're on another wavelength, you all are going to miss each other. Because let's face it, if you're doing something great, if you're growing on YouTube, if you're growing in products and services sales, I mean, you're just making money after money after money. Your bags are overflowing. Other people are going to see that, and they are going to have this mentality as if to say, why is it happening to them? What makes them so special? I'm doing even more than them. Why am I not getting the same result? That shows a mentality limitation. Instead of you being adult enough to support another person, you're over there now turning from a cheerleader to a hater. Because of your mentality, you're thinking to yourself, I failed. So I tried that too. I tried to sell a t-shirt. It didn't work for me. I tried to start a custom business. It didn't work for me. So I don't know what makes them think it's going to work for them. That's a mentality issue. You are not them and they are not you. You have two different paths. I don't care if you grew up in the same house. I grew up with two other brothers and we are all on three different paths. You have to understand that there are just some people who have a mentality issue. And if you continue to hang out with people that have a mentality issue, whether it's a poverty mentality, you are going to be sucked back into a bucket like crabs in a bucket. You have made your way out. You can see the sky. You clear. Keep dealing with people like that. They're going to suck you right back in because that's where they want you to be. They're comfortable with you being right beside them in the same mesh, in the same struggle, in the same boat. You have to understand at this stage of your life, at this stage of your business, you just don't have time for poverty mentality or mentality limitations. There are so many of you that are so creative that sometimes I look at things online. I'm like, man, I wish I could do that. Wow, God has really blessed them with this level of creativity. Man, if I ever learn how to do that, I'll do this with that, and so on and so forth. But I truly believe that's why this new set of people that God has put in my life, whether I've met them in person or I've met them through social media, I truly believe that that's why he has put me in the apparel industry so I can just learn and glean and then apply what I'm learning. You can't just learn and then just let it sit on the side like an empty can. No, you have to be able to apply what you're learning. I have a new shirt design coming out. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because I want to do this whole big whole unboxing type thing. But it has to do with what I just said. It's easy for me to sit here and look at someone on YouTube's channel that's growing by leaps and bounds, and I'm not doing anything to grow mine, but I'm over here mad. No, that's backwards. The smart thing would be to reach out to them and say, hey, help a sister out. How are you doing this? What's the secret? Like, what am I missing? That's how you build those friendships and those collaborations. You're wasting time trying to hate on somebody. You wasting time trying to throw salt in their game or with your face frowned up. You're wasting your time. If you truly want to grow, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, you want to sell your products, you want to sell your services or whatever it is you're offering in your business, you're going to have to get your mind together, understand your own value and what you bring to the table, and move from there. Because it's your gift that's going to make a way for you. Your gift that's on the inside of you, that creativity that nobody else has, that people look at your stuff and go, wow, amazed. That thing right there is the one element that immediately, when you go to try to beg somebody for something, should be the one thing to say, you know what? Nah, my gift's going to make room for me. I'm not going to have to go chase them. A time is going to come when they're going to come looking for me. You have to know yourself that well. You have to put so much value on yourself that you don't have to feel like you need to beg anybody for anything. And no, it's not arrogance. It's confidence. I'm betting on me. I'm betting on my skill set to get me to that next level. I'm no longer going to put my vision in someone else's hand and expect them to run it in for the touchdown. No. Because if it's a person that has an issue with the shiny ball syndrome, I call it. And those are people that's always attracted to celebrities and things that are like shiny. Like if you're not a celebrity, like I've been told this before, if you are not a celebrity, oh, you can't be on my show. You can't be in my magazine. Oh, I can't help you get your book out there. I only work with celebrity clients. Oh, okay. But the funny thing is, okay, so I see you did an interview with such and such, but what I don't see is them putting that interview on their social media to give that love back to you. But you're going to tell everybody else that has helped you build up your business to this point. You're just going to push them to the side because now you're focusing on celebrities who, bottom line of this whole thing, don't care about you. But okay, hey, exactly, your loss. Your loss. What was that rap song? Maybe y'all can help me out. What was that rap song back in the day? I think it was it Drake? Was like, oh my goodness, it was something about now they all want me. Yeah, something like that. Oh, I can't remember what it is. But that's how it's going to be. Put that energy in you. All these other things and all these other people that's chasing celebrities, let them keep on chasing. It's like chasing money. It's fluid. It's going to keep moving. So keep on chasing them rabbits. Go ahead. But I'm not going to beg you to be down with you. I'm not going to waste any more of my time worrying about why aren't you shining the light on me? I'm not going to do that. We have to get to a place where we say, you know what? Who cares? Who cares if you don't support me? I'm going to support me. Who cares if you're sharing XYZ's post on social media and you're not sharing mine? That's not your responsibility. I'll take that. I'll take that baby. I'll wrap my baby up real good and I'll share my stuff. And my products and services will open up the door in front of those that it's meant to be in front of. I'm not going to use you to get there. You've been on my social media. We've been Facebook friends since 1902. Okay. You know I have products. You know I do t-shirts. You know I have a conference every year. You know I'm selling cars. You know I do custom designs. I make this and I make that. You know this. But you've decided not to share. That's fine. I'm not going to beg you to share. Good luck with your journey. Hey, everybody. Good luck with everything you're doing. But I'm not going to sit there and beg you in your inbox. I personally have done enough of that. I've personally lost enough. I've dealt with enough business people, not business people, business people. And these are people that have the gift of gab. They dress up real nice. Think about it like this. You ever see a car? I mean, it looks nice. I mean, it's shining. Rims are nice. The tires are nice. Looks real good from the outside. I mean, you are walking around that car going, woo, wait, do y'all see that? Now, that's a nice car. But then you even get on the inside of the car. The seats feel nice. Oh, it feels real good. You're like, oh, yeah, this is my car right here. But then You get this idea, let me pop the hood. Let's see what she purring with. You open the hood. You walk around and you realize all the parts under there are corroded, rusted. The battery is dead. The alternator doesn't turn over. The spark plugs are dead. It can't go anywhere. It's a done bun. Yes, just nasty. You got so wrapped up in what that car looked like on the outside. But when you went to try to start it up, nothing happened. That's how some people are. I've ran into a couple of them. They look real good, make you all types of promises, just to find out it's nothing but hot air. They couldn't get you from point A to point B, but they'll make it look real good. They'll make it sound real good until you test them and realize they can't do nothing for you. Their goal was to draw you in and leave you just as dry as the inside of the under the hood of that car. But you're already in. You've been sucked in. And if you've invested money, you can't get that money back. That's why I always tell people, before you sign a contract, before you do any type of collaboration, be incognito for a minute. Stand back and watch and learn. It's not going to hurt you. It's not even going to slow you down. It's going to save you money, time, and energy and effort. Take your time, because there's a lot of people that'll paint a pretty picture. But when you sniff hard enough, they don't smell too good. Stop begging people, because sometimes the ones you're begging are not in your best interest. Some of the ones you're trying to collaborate with, not in your best interest. I learned that the hard way. People will step on your head, like people are stepping on these crates. Where are these people getting all these crates from? Anyway, people will step on you like these people are stepping on all these milk crates and not think twice about it when you fall over, when you fall down. They won't think anything about you. So be careful who you're trying to beg for attention from. They may give you the attention you're seeking, but on the back end, what will you be receiving in reality? I know a lot of people, myself included, who've lost a lot of money dealing with the wrong people because they were just like that car. Don't be next. Support each other genuinely. Like, for instance, Marcella's Way. Love her shows, love her TikToks. If you haven't subscribed to her channel, if you haven't subscribed to her on Instagram, if you don't follow her on Instagram, if you're not sharing her stuff out, and you know you follow her and you watch her on YouTube, and you know you've even been on her show in any sector, you're wrong. Let's call a spade a spade. You're wrong. If she has opened up the door to you and you haven't shared out what she's doing, you're wrong. Don't be in her comments. And Marcella, I'm using you as an example. Don't be in her comments acting like, oh, that's my girl. Oh, I just love her. You saying all these things in her comments. But when the camera's off and her show is ended, what are you doing then for Marcella's Way? That's all I'm saying. Marcella shouldn't have to beg you, hey, Taryn, share this out. Taryn, you coming on next Wednesday. Make sure you share this on your page. You shouldn't have to say that. You know you're going to be there. Share it. If she makes a post and you know you got your face on that post or your name on that post, the next best thing for you to do is share it out. If you know that Shayna is going to be doing a live and you're sitting there on that live and you haven't shared out that live, if you have that capability, you're wrong. Why are you just sitting there? Or at least give her a like or a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to her channel, subscribe. Speaking of which, Shayna, when's your next video? I've been watching your video. I'm out. I need some more videos. I know she's going to get me. I know you just called me out like that. But yes, Taryn, I hope you are feeling better, but more videos, more content, ladies, so we can support each other. I don't want you all, when you do come back out, to have to feel like you have to beg anybody for anything. But we are here to genuinely support each other. That's what I do. I may not be able to reach in my pocket and pull out a stack for you, but I can at least share your stuff out. If I'm sitting there, if Marcella is on, if Marcella is on for an hour and I'm there for an hour, at some point during that hour, I should share, like, comment, or something. She shouldn't feel like she should have to beg anybody that's in her life. That's all I'm saying. We all have been blessed with gifts. We should not have to beg, especially each other that's there every week. You shouldn't have to beg people to help you out. But we also have to understand that baby, the shows that Marcella does, the shows that I do, the shows that the people in the squad do, we do it because it's a part of our vision. Now, if you're doing something just because you think it's hot in these streets or because you see someone else is doing it, don't do it for that reason. Do it because it's God's plan for you. I've been doing this since 2014. No matter how many times I try to put it down to do something else, God brings me right back to it. You know what you bring to the table. Some of you guys can design out the wazoo. Some of you all can market out the wazoo. If you're looking at someone and you say, you know what? I know something they're missing. Let me help them out. That's what you do just because you care. You're not asking them for anything. You're not even expecting anything in return. You do it because that's what you're designed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. As CEOs, as creatives, we're supposed to help each other get to that next level, not keep it all to yourself, because tomorrow's not promised to any of us, and you could not wake up tomorrow. And now you've left this world with all that stuff on the inside of you that somebody else could have got value from. But begging other people to do stuff for you, it's not going to get you to where you want to be. Focus on you. Know your value. Thank you, Shayna. I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Come on, Taryn, you next. I'm so glad that this is online and you can't physically come over and get me. She probably like, I know she didn't. But I want us all to succeed and understand that you are way too talented to be begging anybody for anything. You are way too talented to feel like you have to beg, plead, and scream and rob Peter to pay Paul and all that stuff. You're too talented for that. You should put stuff out there on the marketplace and people should be almost breaking their necks to get their hands on it. But it's all because you brought value. You know your value. And you resisted the urge to put your baby in the hands of the wrong people. I've lost, I'm not going to give the number. I should be ashamed to even say this, but I have lost thousands of dollars in the very beginning of my business, putting my baby in the hands of the wrong people. And in 2019, I made a vow to myself after the last time it happened, never again. And the funny thing is that I was warned about it in 2018. And I still kept right on going against the voice of God until I got seriously hit in 2019. And I realized nobody's going to value my anointing, my gift, my visions, or anything I bring to the table as much as I can. And I would encourage each and every one of you, when you get to that place, when it's time for you to excel, like you feel it in the pit of your stomach, when it's time for you to go, own it. It's your vision. It's your baby. Own it. Don't put that responsibility in anyone else's hands. That's your vision. That's your baby. Do whatever you need to do. But don't beg anyone else. From family, let me tell you something about family. Family have known you all your life. Will tell you in the beginning, yeah, baby, I support you. And when you take off right out the gate, they are some of the first ones to get selective amnesia. That means they be like, oh, I forgot you did that. Yeah, that. Don't depend on family. Because if you do, you will be highly disappointed in a lot of the cases. I've met very few people who says their family has bought one product from them, and they have several over the years. I've only had one family member to buy anything from me. And I've been in business since 2013. And they just bought it this year. We connected this year, and she bought a product from me this year. The only one in my family out of all the ones I'm connected to on social media. She's the only one. But I see them supporting others. I don't get in my feelings about it. I'm like, it's their loss. But I know what I bring to the table. So you have to get to the place where you say, you know what? Exactly, Taryn. Family ain't gonna do nothing. Exactly. They talk a good game. But a lot of people have that mentality issue I talked about earlier. Who do you think you are to do that? I tried and it didn't work for me. I'm not you. We come from two different eras, and if we came from the same era, we cut from two different pieces of the cloth. My vision is my vision. The plan God has for me, he knows. It's my job to align up myself with his plan so that my visions and goals can manifest when they're supposed to. That's why I tell you, stop begging people. I don't go to my family and ask them for nothing. And they don't come and ask me for nothing. The line is clear. I don't try to blur it. Yeah. But I had to understand, I know my value. The moment I discovered who I am, class was in session. When I was lost and I was that chicken hanging out with, I was that eagle, my bad. I was that eagle hanging out with pigeons, and I was too afraid to see my own wings. I was too afraid to be who God called me to be. So I was hiding in the shadows behind other people. And I was like that makeup person behind the camera. You never saw me on the camera. You hardly saw me in pictures except for school pictures. I was just behind the scenes. But then one day something happened. Me and all these pigeons outside just talking. And I stretched just a little bit, just stretched. And the wind caught my wings. And so while all the other pigeons could only go so high, I was way up in the sky. The chickens were still on the ground clucking, wondering, where in the world is she going? How did she do that? It wasn't by my design. It just happened. I just stretched. See, a lot of you are eagles. I see it. I'm just waiting for you to see it. Eagles. But you're hanging out with these pigeons, these clucking chickens. And you're wondering why you're not going anywhere. It's because you're trying to beg and get the attention of the wrong people. Those are not your people. Look at me just say it like that. There are some people that you are hanging out with that are not your people. Yeah, they're cool. You may be able to go and get something to eat and hang out at the local cookout or something. But they're not your tribe. You have to know who you're assigned to and who's assigned to you. The moment I became clear on that, it stopped a lot of this unnecessary traffic. It stopped a lot of late nights for me. It stopped a lot of phone calls and me saying, hey, you going to order your stuff this week? Hey, I have this new design. I had you in mind. You want it? Stopped all that. I stopped negotiating with unnecessary negotiable people. Hey, we cool and everything. Won't you give me a discount on that? No, my price is the price. Yeah, but we've known each other since we used to play hopscotch back in the PJs back in the day. Yeah, but business is business. Friendship is friendship. Relationships are relationships. Business is business. Don't mix the two. I had a lot of people get upset with me about that. But I guarantee you, when they go get them new cars every year or every 5 years, or when they go get that new iPhone or Android phone, they don't negotiate with Apple. Apple says what? That phone is over $1,000. Pay up. They even put you on a payment plan. But you're not going to pay less than an initial price. They don't care who you are. So your price is your price. I love you to death. But I'm not going to get hit in my pockets because you want to save a couple dollars. Business is business. I love you. I do. But respect me enough to give me that same level of professionalism as you give these other companies out there. And don't think, oh, please don't let people tell you this one. Oh, my goodness. But you're not Apple. But you're not Android. You're not Google. You're not this one and you're not that one. And I never will be dealing with you. I never will be giving you a discount every time you want a shirt for your family reunion. I never will be giving you a discount every time you want to do an ad on the show. Respect me as I'm trying to build something for us. And this is why I say it's for us. Anybody that knows me and has ever dealt with me will tell you, wherever God leads me, I'm turning around to help you out. When I was in radio, I always told people, hey, you want your own radio show? I know the CEO. I got you. Now I'm in podcasting. You want to start a podcast? You need to know which kind of mic? You need to know this, that? Got you. But guess who helped me when I wanted to start all these things? Nobody. But I still turned around and helped others. I refuse at this age and at this stage of the game to beg anybody for anything. I've went through that period of life. And it got me a lot of hurt, rejection, and everything in between. So if you truly want to get to your next level, if you truly want to grow in whatever it is you're doing, whatever goal you have set for yourself, you have to take begging off the table. You've discounted to where now you're not even making ends meet. At the end of every year, you look at your books and you realize, man, I'm in the red again. Or you look at your books and realize, I only made $10 this year. Like, are you serious? You don't want to do that to yourself. If people don't see value enough in you and what you bring to the table, I'm just going to be real, then you're going to have to make an executive decision to either stay with them or put some sort of line of demarcation between you and them. Say, we're cool up until this point. But if you want to do business, we're going to do business. We're not doing business. We're not just going to wing it. We're going to do business. I remember telling my pastor once, he was like, man, to hear your upbringing and to see you now, it's just wow. When I first met you were so quiet. I'm a very quiet person. I'm a very private person, but the internet has kind of changed some of that. But he says, you sit there and you're so quiet and I can just see your ears just listening, like you're just downloading and taking in all this information. He says, but then I also see you transform when you speak. And I'm like, that's why a lot of times I'm quiet. I'm quiet because it's natural for me. So that's why it's easy for me to tell people I can talk to you like we're out on a corner because I was raised in the projects. So you probably hear that throughout this whole thing. And I was raised around boys. I have 2 older brothers. I'm the only girl. So their friends would come over and I would just be peeking in on them or playing around with them. And so I know how to hang out mostly with males. And I'm trying to get better with females. And over the years of being a mom and everything and traveling the way that we do, it has helped. But I tell people, I can talk to you like you have some sense. I can talk to you like you have no sense. I can talk to you like you out there on the corner. I can talk to the person in the projects. I can talk to the person that's been on welfare. I can talk to that military family. I can talk to the people in the boardroom. How you want it. But whatever way I have to talk to you to get your attention, to get you on the straight and narrow path that you need to be on, I'll do that. Because even if your life is not valuable to you, it's valuable to me, because there are some people waiting for you to succeed. And I can't just let you sit around here begging people for what? You're too valuable for that. Taryn, you're too valuable for that. Shayna, you already know you're too valuable for that. The best uni, you're too valuable for that. You have to beg people to hit a like button, to leave a comment. If they hang around you enough, and if they value what you bring to the table enough, it's automatic. And if they don't, bump them. Bump them. Y'all know I don't curse, but I just heard Bernie Mac in my head, and y'all know what Bernie Mac said. Keep it moving. Because your journey, your goals and dreams aren't dependent upon them. They're not your tribe. They're lurkers. They're just watching you. That's all it is. They're lurkers. You can't give all that time and energy to lurkers. Those that love you are going to hit it as soon as they hit the door. As soon as they come into your life. As soon as they see Marcella's Way is live, boom, like, comment, hello, hey, everybody. Because that's your value you bring. And that's how they value you. But if you got to sit there and say, hit the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. It's too much. That's too much. You see how hard they work. You see how hard the people you follow work. The least you can do, it's not even taking not 1 cent out of your pocket to get a thumbs up. Oh no, Black excellence. Exactly. Too valuable. No more cheap quotes. No more undervaluing. As a Black man, no more of that. We have other people that do that naturally enough to us Black people. We're not going to do that no longer to ourselves. If they don't want to open the door for us, then we'll build a whole new door for us. But no more undervaluing ourselves, no more undervaluing our products. If they can pay Gucci, Louis Vuitton, then dag on it, they can pay Black Excellence brand. They can pay Many Things Customs. They can pay Squirrel Prints. They can pay Black Uni. If they can go out when they get these tax checks, they can pay full value for our stuff. They can pay for Sewn on Purpose. They can pay to run an ad on Sewn and Rooted. If they can pay to run an ad on a local radio station, they can pay you. That's the type of attitude you have to have. You have to come out the gate when you start your business with these rules in hand. If you can't go to Walmart and ask for a discount when you get to that cash register, then you can't ask me for a discount. If they're saying no, I'm going to say no too. Because 9 times out of 10, my stuff is even more valuable and more well put together than theirs anyway. So if you're not questioning them, don't come here questioning me. Our time alone is more valuable than some of the prices these people, if you allow them to, are willing to pay. I've seen some of you all's designs. I listen to what some of the knowledge you give out in your videos. Valuable. But you don't see Mr. Cook over at iPhone telling you how to make an iPhone. But you see Best Uni telling you how to customize a chair. how to customize this, and that. You see Marcella over at Marcella's Way showing you and teaching you about the different types of vinyl, about the different types of items you need to customize certain things that she provides. She's showing you for free. All she asks in repayment is for you to give her a like or a comment or subscribe to the channel if you find value in it. So why is that so hard? You don't bat an eye when you got to pay $1,000 for a phone. And even though some of y'all done cracked the screen and now you got to go pay additional money to get the screen fixed. Some of you could barely hold a call because you got a bad signal in your phone. Some of us right now, even me, I'm right now mad at my daggone internet company because sometimes my internet goes out. I'm like, I'm paying way too much money and they just raised the rates too. Oh no. I'm paying way too much for crappy service. So why are we, as business owners, devaluing ourselves and our stuff to please people who don't even care as much about us as they care about that new iPhone they got? So why am I going to devalue myself for? No. If you can pay in Gucci, Louis Vuitton, etc., $30+ probably more than that, probably $50, $67 for a shirt, why would I lower my price? I've gone to stores. I'm sure you guys have too. I've gone to stores. When I first started making shirts, even now, when we go to Walmart or the mall, anywhere in the mall, I am someone that's touching I know the camera people are like, what is she doing? I'm over there touching shirts to see if I can figure out what it is they are using to make this shirt. Because I'm like, why is this shirt $60? It's a t-shirt. Why is this t-shirt $60? And people obviously are buying them. And they're getting mad when some of you say, my shirts are $30, t-shirt, $30. And people are over there fussing with you, trying to negotiate with you. And you're thinking, I guarantee you got shirts in your closet or in your drawer that you have gone to these stores and bought for double the price I'm asking for. But because it's me, you want to bat your eyes at it. You want to have a problem with it. No. Hello, Taryn. I wish I would. $500. I wish I would. I was with Apple until they came out about the iPhone 7. Was probably the last iPhone I bought. After that, I said they have lost their mind. Could I buy it? Absolutely. Would I buy it? No. No. It's ridiculous. But there are certain people that will sit there and spend those prices, but come to you and sit there and say, nah, I can get it cheaper elsewhere. Okay, go ahead. Knock yourself out. I have had that happen too. Oh, you want me to pay how much? Oh, I'm gonna go with somebody else. Okay. My price is the price. Stop begging people by lowering your prices too. That's another way of begging. You hear them say something like, I'm gonna go somewhere else. No. What are you willing to pay? Now you bartering. No. We used to do that stuff when I lived in Europe. You would go to like Czech, and you would go, and I used to love going, like, I would go to Poland and I would go to Czech and I would get like different pottery. And they expected you to negotiate back and forth, barter back and forth with them. I'm not doing that in my business. I'm going to set the price. You're going to set your price, and that's going to be that. Because if you have to beg somebody like that, they're not your people. They're not your target audience. There is no way, after all this time of following the best uni, that I would dare come to her and say, you know what? I would love a product of yours. I want you to make me a chair. That's how I do a chair. I want you to customize this chair for me. There is no way I would expect her to sit there and say, I'm going to discount it. If she would, it'd be great, but that's not an expectation of me. And I would never come to her and say, how much is that chair? And let's say she say, oh, about $40. I go, oh, girl, no, you got that chair from Walmart. That chair only costs about $15. And that's that paper you put, no, girl, I'm not paying. No. Her time alone, if she was making that chair for a business and her income that she earns per hour, come on, man. Why would I downgrade her? Because maybe she's my girlfriend. No, I should value her even more because of the amount of knowledge that she gives out on her channel for free. Some of y'all right now know you go to get your hair done. When I was going to beauty salons to get my hair done, I always gave my beautician a tip. Only thing she would do, relax my hair when I was getting relaxers, trim my hair up, put me under the dryer, do my style. I hit the door. $80. That was the price of the hairdo. $80 for one head, for one hairdo. And I would always hit her with a $5 to a $10 tip because of her time. Why can't we do the same thing for each other? Why can't we expect the same thing from our customers? We're providing them an item, a product, a service, our time. I remember when somebody was telling me when I was starting doing t-shirts, they were saying, Kim, are you accounting for labor? And I was like, no, I do it because I love to do it. You know, it's fun and it keeps me active. They said, blah, all that. When you was working in your government position, didn't they pay you a certain amount? I'm like, well, yeah, because that was what they're supposed to do. You know, working so much per hour. They said then you charge for that labor. You always equate for your labor in your price. That's the value you give into yourself. You could have been doing anything else, but you're taking time out of your day to create this product for them. Get paid for it. Stop undercutting yourself, because if you're undercutting yourself, other people are going to try to undercut you too. So if y'all both undercutting, who's winning here? Stop devaluing yourselves. Stop expecting a discount because you know a person. Pay them the same way you would pay these big time companies. Give them the same line of respect. If you have a limit, then you have a limit. But don't be disrespectful to them because they don't meet your limit. If you know you can only afford $20 for a t-shirt, then go to somebody that's offering $20 for a t-shirt. But you know that Marcella is charging $30 for her t-shirt. Then you know automatically, well, I love you, Marcella, but girl, I'm in a $20 budget. So I'm going to have to go on over here to Rye, because Rye said he charged between $15 and $20 for his. So I'm going to go on over here to Rye, because that's how he wrote. He's in my budget. I love you though, but he's in my budget. Then make that clear. But don't be looking at Marcella all side after, you charge too much. Ain't nobody gonna pay that. It's only a one color design. And yeah. You doing all of that. No, her price is her price. Either you're gonna come up out your budget or you're not. But I'm not gonna feel some kind of way because that's her price. And don't let anybody else make you feel that way, because that's your price. It is what it is. Either they're going to pay it or they're not. Either they're going to poop on the pot or they're going to get off. But what you're not going to do is stop anybody's bag, especially mine. I know what I know and I do what I do. Period. That's right, Marcella. So I just wanted to come on here, guys, hang out with y'all. I hadn't hung out on YouTube in a while, just talking with y'all and just telling y'all, stop begging other people for support. That thing hit me like a ton of bricks when I realized I was about to go start almost begging somebody to be on my show. I'm not doing that. I've been running this show since 2014, January to be exact. It's a long time. There's a lot of interviews. I'm not begging you. If you have a business and I'm inviting you in to tell other people about your business, your product, your services, and you don't want to take that opportunity after the first time I open the door and invite you, that's on you. I'm not coming back for another ask. I'm moving on to the next person. When I wanted, like yesterday, when my guest came on, even though we're as close as we are, when I asked her, did she want to come on to talk about her nonprofit and to help people that may be interested in starting a nonprofit? I asked her once. She said, wherever you say, I'm there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. She is very busy. And she says, here's my schedule. Here's the dates I'm open. And even though yesterday was not my scheduled podcast day, because I value her, I value what she brings to the table. I said, if that's the day you got open, then we'll do it that day. That's what we have to be willing to do for each other. You're not begging people. If you have an opportunity, present the opportunity. And it's up to them to decide if they want to be a part of it or not. But you can't let one monkey stop your show. No, we keep moving around here. I had someone I reached out to about last week, and I asked them, I said, hey, I'm relaunching the show. I'm looking for somebody that does this particular thing. Would you be interested in being a part of the show to help educate my audience about this area? Oh, well, I have this going on. I have that going on. And, I no longer do free things. I said, okay, have a nice day. And then I went to the next person that's in the same field. I always have more than one person in the field. You have to. And I kept right on moving. So guess what? They lost their spot for someone else. And when they see that other person that they know in that seat, don't even bat an eye. Keep on rolling. You missed your opportunity. There you go. Great job, Shayna. Shayna says, advice for anyone, a way to combat the awkward feeling of not wanting to have to offer a discount. I just ask customers to order through the website. Straight to the point. You better believe it. Because I guarantee you that website's not going to change. You can negotiate with that bug all day long. That price is the price. Absolutely. I love that. Because sometimes when you take those in person, that y'all are keeping your numbers together. We're at the end of August. Pretty soon it'll be the end of the tax year. Make sure, if you haven't already, go on and start getting your stuff together. Because before you know it, this year will be done and Uncle Sam will be like, give me my money. So make sure you have your books together. If you know you need help in that area, now is a good time to get started. I think a lot of the tax professionals may be slowing down just a little bit. They may be able to help you where it's not such a rush, because if you wait till the beginning of the year, child, please, everybody gonna be at them. So if you need somebody to help you, find your person, go through your books, get your Excel spreadsheets or your QuickBooks or whatever it is you're using. If you're not using anything, get something. If you know you have been making whatever that magical number in your state is where you have to start registering your business, if that's the thing, you're making that, please, y'all, please register your business. Go legit. If you are serious and you are making money, I mean, some of y'all, I see you all in the group, you making money. You're not giving that stuff away for free. I mean, you get 20, 30 short orders every time I turn around. You making money. Make that thing legit. Because if I'm watching you, Uncle Sam's people probably watching you too. And if you put your business name out there and they look in their books and they don't see your business, you don't want that fight. I'm telling you, if they are rolling up on people that are doing these copyrighted designs, I don't think it's going to be too much longer before they start rolling up on people with these businesses. So y'all got to be careful in these streets, especially if you're on YouTube and you're showing people what you're doing and you're becoming this name now. Somebody's watching you. And if some people don't like you, let's just keep it 100, they could turn you in. If they look and they look up your business and they don't see your business registered anywhere, they could provide an issue for you. So trust me when I tell you, I've been around this thing for a while. I know a lot of people that have found themselves in some interesting situations. Make sure every I is dotted and every T is crossed. Because some of those same people that you have told the price is the price could be the same ones to try to take money out of your pocket because maybe you have done something wrong. Don't put anything past people. Protect yourselves. I know it's fun when you can just take that money, put it in your pocket and not track it. Nobody knows nothing. You good. I get it. But some of you have tons of social media followers. That's how they're finding out who's doing all these messed up designs. Y'all do realize that, right? When I say messed up, I'm talking about these copyrighted designs. These people that's flipping other people's logos and business names. This is how y'all are pretty much doing it right in their faces. If I see it, if y'all see it, they see it too. Be careful what you are live streaming. Be careful what you are showing in a video. Because if you're doing an NFL shirt, if you're doing an NBA shirt, they see it because you did it on camera. And YouTube has a lot of people on it. So trust me, the NFL people, they found you because you put it out there on social media. And because they are connected to the government, all they got to do is launch an investigation to get your address. And next thing you know, you in there minding your business, you having your dinner with your family and knock on your door. It's the feds. You don't want that to happen. And now you're in the group and you're saying, they came and took my heat press. They took everything. You don't want that to be your story. So I'm going to issue this warning out there to you. Be careful what you're doing in public view. They see you. So you're thinking, oh, I'm just doing this for my YouTube family. YouTube is open to everybody to see. So if you sit there and say, yo, I'm doing a Steelers jersey. I'm doing a Cowboys jersey. Oh, I'm doing a frame and it has the Cowboy stars on it. Oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. They see you. Trust me. Please don't tell me they're naive. I truly believe that played a part in Iron Design when she had those people roll up on her. They saw it right there on YouTube. And they're thinking to themselves, we don't sell that. Let's find her. If you know you're doing these types of things and you're contacted by someone that wants to buy those NFL things you're making, those NBA things you're making, and you're thinking, yo, I'm making some quick money on these birthday shirts. Yo, I put the Eagles on there. I did this. It could be a setup. I'm just telling you the facts. And right when that money changes hands, those handcuffs go on your wrist. Be careful what y'all are sharing out here. I mean, I love the education. I do. But you got to be a little bit smarter than the average bear in these internet streets. You have to be. You're thinking, oh, I'm small. I just started out. They'll never come after me. Ask those who have gotten caught up. Ask those who out of nowhere received that knock on the door, received a cease and desist, received the feds at their door who did a complete home search and confiscated all of their business equipment and designs. Some stuff is hard to recoup from. So don't put yourself in that position. Be smart on YouTube, especially those of you that's monetized. If you know you're over that $1,000, that 1,000 subscriber threshold, you're at 20,000, 30,000, 90,000, and you want to get up here and do live streams, and you want to do collabs, and you want to announce, oh yeah, my name is going to be this, and it's a flip of somebody else's stuff, people will take you to court. The government will come in and take your stuff, and they have every right to, because you're infringing on their copyright. You may think you're small, keep messing with them, you're going to be non-existent. And that's for real. These people don't play. I spent years in the military. I've worked for the government. Trust me when I tell you, they see you. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So please be careful. If you want to be taken serious in your business, stop begging people. Stop lowering your prices when there is no need to. If a person can pay $1,000 for an iPhone, if a person can pay $30, $40, $50+ for a t-shirt, they can pay you that same price. Sit down. Get your tribe together. Know who you're targeting. I know your product is great, but it is not for everyone, and everybody is not for you. Know who you're talking to. Know who your target audience is and make products tailored towards them. Stop just throwing stuff out there and to see what's going to stick. Your time, your talent, your gifts, your vision is way too valuable for that. You, the individual, are way too valuable for that. So never lower your standards to the place where you have to beg anyone for anything. A lot of us watch each other on social media. If you ever get to a place where you feel like you have to beg your followers, your subscribers to do anything, they're not your tribe. They're lurkers, because your tribe knows. They respect you enough to know when they come into your domain, when they come on your video live stream or pre-recorded, they know like button, comment. They already know. They don't have a problem when they're on other social media platforms or when they are live of shouting you out. I have no problem at all. I have no problem saying, what's up, Marcella? And over at Marcella's Way, go subscribe to her channel if you haven't already. I have no problem saying, what's up, Shayna Cruz? Go subscribe to her channel. I have no problem saying, hey, Taryn, if you haven't already, subscribed to her channel, because she's going to be making videos real soon. I have no problem shouting out Black Excellence Brand. No problem at all. He's doing his thing. Go show him some love. I'll tell you what, I'm going to hit you real hard. If you are an African-American female, go show Black Excellence Brand some love, because he is an African-American male. Show our African-American men that we care. Give him a subscribe, like, and a comment. Free. Because you care. And then do more than that. When he goes live, when he makes his video, keep it going. Give him his flowers. Give these ladies their flowers. And whomever else you are watching, give Big Boy over Big Boy Prince some love. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. He's always shouting out everybody. Show him some love. Watch his videos. Leave a like, a comment. I'm telling you, I don't think there's been one video of Big Boy over Big Boy Prince I haven't watched where I haven't bust out laughing at some point. His energy, hilarious. Show those that you follow, that you sit down throughout your day and watch their live stream. Show them some love. Show the best uni some love. Wealth of knowledge. Get her products. But don't just sit there and lurk. Don't make anyone that you follow feel like they have to beg you to do what you're supposed to do in the first place. That's like me going in here begging my daughter to go wash the dishes. You live here. You eat here. We are still taking care of you. Go wash the dishes. Like, hello? That's what you're supposed to do. It shows everyone else that you care. You support them. So know your value. Stop begging people. And above all, please, for the life of me, stop placing your vision in the hands of people that's not going to value it, that will drop it like a hot rock. You hold your vision. You carry that thing until it manifests. You put that energy, time, and effort behind that vision so that it can grow and so that it can flourish. Yourself. Don't put that type of responsibility on anyone else because it's not their responsibility. It's yours. It's your vision, not theirs. So stop playing. If you can put full value behind these Fortune 500, 600, 700 companies, then you could put that same energy behind your vision and your goals and your business. If you're going to go to that 9 to 5 and you're going to pull them hours for yourself because you are replaceable. A lot of people found that out last year. Some people probably did find it out yesterday, actually, but last year. This pandemic has changed everything. Put that energy in you. If you know you're in business and you don't know anything about business, now is the perfect time to educate yourself. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, education don't mean anything. It does, because a lot of people will get over on people because of education. In business, you can't say I don't know. When it's tax time, you can't say I didn't know. Uncle Sam was not trying to hear that. Ignorance is not an excuse. Educate yourself. I love you all. I do. I care. That's why I made this video. I'm going an hour and a half. Good gracious. I'm never online this long. I got to go. I don't know how y'all do this, Best Uni. Big boy. I don't know how y'all do this, Marcella. Oh, it's hot here. Oh, Lord, it's hot here. My silly self turned the air conditioner out before I sat down. Whew, not smart at all. It's 90 degrees up out here, y'all. It's hot. Oh, wait, I have a fan over here, though. But seriously, I hope I did give you something to think about. It's something we all had to think about. After I lost them thousands of dollars, I had a lot to think about too. But it was too late. My money was gone. My husband was nice and upset. He still sometimes reminds me of that. So I'm rebuilding. Get my money back. But seriously, guys, know your value. Know your value. And never put yourself in a place to be rejected by other people. If other people don't value what you have, they're going to reject you. They are. But you have to show them what you're working with. Sometimes you have to show people better than you can tell them. I can tell people all day long the value of what I do. I can tell you all day long. Thank you. Thank you, Tara. I turned my fan on. Why am I hot? I can tell you all day long about my skill sets and what I bring to the table. But I'm a person that would rather show you. There are certain things I can't show until next year. That's just because of the personal thing. You know, January is my birthday month, so I do things in January. I started my show in January. So I'm building up to my next big thing. But while I'm waiting on my next big thing, it's important that I build where I am. And I help educate others to build where they are, because there are some people that are just flying by the seat of their pants. And I don't like seeing people waste money, time, energy, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. I don't like seeing people waste that. I've done that. And you can't get years and all that stuff back. So take the time now, collaborate. Like, you guys know I have my show. I would love for you, if you say, hey, Kim, I would love to be on your show. I'm opening the door right now. You know, you have a product, a business, Best Uni, hint, hint. You know, you have that resin. Love to come and have you on the show to tell everybody about your journey with that. I would love to know your level of creativity, because certain things I see you do, I'm like, huh? How in the world? How did she put that together? I love to see that. Now, Marcella, you already know. I don't even have to tell you. We already had that conversation. But everyone, I would love, like Shayna, I would love to learn about your military career. I think yesterday I said you was in the Navy. I'm so sorry. You're in the Air Force, aren't you? I am so sorry. I was like, wait, she's not in the Navy? She's in the Air Force. See, this is what happens when you're around military all day. All day. Thank you. Thank you so much, Taryn. I want people to succeed. I've been hurt. I've been drugged. I've been rejected. And I don't want to see another person go through that because nobody ever told them. Trust me. I don't want to see another social media connect, someone in the group sharing a story that someone has come to their door and they're in some type of trouble. They're being watched. Because once they start watching you, they're probably always watching you. Because if they came and they only confiscated maybe the design that you did that was a part of a copyright issue, if you just try it again, the next time they come, they're not just going to confiscate your design or your t-shirt. They're confiscating everything. And if you want to keep your heat press, your inks, paper, shirts, whatever it is you use, stop using copyrighted stuff because they're going to take it all. They are getting sick of us. I'm just going to put it out there. They're getting sick of us. All these NFL stores, Disney stores, where they can get top dollar for the smallest thing. And here we come as custom designers. We're coming in there. We're taking our design programs and we're recreating their stuff. And actually, in a lot of the cases, dare I say, make it look better than the stuff they have in the stores. You think they're just going to let you slide? You think they're not going to come and try to get something from that? You're fooling yourself. They're watching you. They're just trying to figure out the best time to come after you. You're not too small. You may think you're small because financially you're small. But if you have 20,000, 30,000, 90,000 subscribers on YouTube alone, you're fooling yourself if you think they're not coming. So do yourself a favor. Stop it. Just stop it. You're too creative to copy off of them anyway. I've seen some of your designs in the group. Way too creative. Man, if I had an ounce just of squirrel prints, design, and artistic, the ability to draw, if I just had just an ounce of that talent, man, look, Disney would be coming and asking me if they can hire me. Okay? Look, these big time companies would become asking me if I could come work for them or if I could be a part of their creative group. Way too much talent. They'd be stealing from them. Please let us know if the group would like to join. Which group, Shayna? Which group? It's just my podcast that I have every week. But yeah, guys, I'm not going to stay up for too much longer. I know there's a lot of other lives happening today, so make sure. I think Big Boy's having one tonight at, what time is it? I think he said 6:30 Eastern, I think. You kept referring to it. Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about the squad. When I say the group, yeah, the squad. Everyone that's in that group. That's the group I'm talking about. Just the talent in that group alone. Also in craftable things. I mean, there is a lot of talent in that group too. So if you're not in either one of those groups, you should be. Because if you just need inspiration, now don't go in there copying people. I mean it. Y'all know I can't stand people to copy other people. Do your own thing. but just inspiration. Those two groups alone. Oh my goodness. Because when I'm like, oh man, I don't know how to do something. I love being able to go to various creators, YouTube channels who are freely giving us this education on how to create different things, you guys. Wonderful opportunity for free. The least we can do as a community is support them in any way that we can. Sometimes that's all people want anyway. Just to show that what they are doing is beneficial to you and you value it. And you do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. That's it. That's all you have to do. Tell somebody. Word of mouth still works. Even if you do t-shirts yourself, I don't have a problem telling anybody, yo, get your shirt from there. They rock it. Because there are some of you shirts and products that I'm going to get, even if it's something that I may not be interested, I may not be using, but just to support you, I'll buy a product. Just to show an appreciation from me to you. Thank you. Every time someone shares a video of mine and I see it, I'm like, oh my God, they didn't have to do that. It just brightens my day. But I don't have to beg them to do it. They do it because they saw value in it. And I do it because I see value in what they do. So that's all I wanted to tell you guys. Be careful what you're putting out there on social media. Stop begging people. Know your value. That's it. All right, guys, I'm going to go. It's hot. To teach me to wear I don't know. Polyester and me just do not agree. I am hot. Whew. And I have a fan directly on me and I'm still hot. I tell y'all what, this is going to teach me a lesson about turning off my AC when I go sit down over here. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. If you ever need to reach me, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, you already know where I am. The Educated Natural. You can see it right there on your screen. If you need to find me on Instagram or anywhere else, even though I haven't really been active on Instagram yet, but I will be. Same name, The Educated Natural. If you need to contact me for business inquiries, if you would like to be on the show, my podcast/radio show, you can reach me at sownonpurpose.com. That's SOWNONPURPOSE, sownonpurpose.com. And you can find out the information there. My podcast/radio show is live, or a new episode every Thursday by 3 p.m. Yesterday's episode is already on there. So if you missed yesterday's show, go check that out. We are on every podcast platform you can think of and some. I just found myself in places that I didn't even know even existed. One of my neighbors sit there and say, I heard you on my Alexa. I'm like, what? Really? Okay. Somebody was like, Kim, I didn't know you was on Audible. I'm like, what in the world? So I'm telling you, it has taken off wings by itself. So that's why I knew I had to relaunch that bad boy. It's hot in these streets. So there's no way I was going to let my baby sit out there and be malnourished. And it's just trying to survive on its own. Oh, no, not I. So if you want to be down, you want to be on Sown and Rooted, you have a product or business, I invite you to be down with us. All right, guys, gotta go. Love you all. Stay blessed, stay sown, stay rooted, stay focused. And if you're not focused, get focused. All right, till the next time, guys, be blessed. See y'all later. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Taryn. Thank you, Shayna. Thank you, Best Uni. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you, Black Excellence Brand. Thank you, Big Boy. Who else we got up in the house? Who else we got up in here? If I missed you, I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you, Taryn. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Till the next time. Peace.